Hello and welcome. I am Chase, back here with Christian. We are here for round 2 of our RM Fantasy SXperts show. We are here each week before every round of Supercross to give you guys key stats on riders and also tracks to help you maximize your points for Fantasy Supercross. Now, if you have not played, if you're not signed up yet, do not worry about it. When you're done here, click on the link. I have a how-to video. I show you guys how to sign up and play step by step. It is easy. The best part is absolutely free, and we are giving away some killer prizes this year. Now, race recap. Anaheim won.
In the books.
It is in the books.
The dust has settled.
Yeah, the dust is
The
settled.
results are in. So let's hear big headlines that caught your eye.
All right, so, well, Roxon won.
Big
Ran
time.
away with it. 14 seconds ahead of Dungey. Dungey was second. So no big surprises as far as who got first and second.
No.
I did not expect Roxon to dominate as big as he did, or as much as he did, right?
It was impressive.
It was. Now, the other big thing I got to talk about is Tomac.
Fading.
Started out third, moved into second quickly, and I was like, yes, there's going to be a good battle.
Yep.
And he ended up fifth in the main. He said about halfway through he got really bad arm pump, faded back to fifth. So
Still respectable.
respectable finish, but not what I was hoping for, especially with the heat win that he had, and then also the great start in the main event. I was like, all right, this is it. Tomac, for once, gets a good start, but then he faded back to fifth. Hurt my feelings just a little bit. We also did have a couple injuries that we do want to take note of. Trey Kennard, who was my wild pick, did not show up on the gate.
Barely made the main.
Barely made the main, and then he showed up, or didn't show up on the gate. I guess he suffered an injury in practice.
Hurt shoulder.
Yeah, maybe a slight tear in his rotator cuff is what I'm hearing. So he didn't show up. And also Mike Alessi, hey man, I know your suspension's really good for factory connection, or not factory connection. Whoever does your suspension, I'm sure they do a great job, but you can't be casing triples like that.
It was a hard to watch crash, so hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, it's on social media. Mike posted the picture or the video of it. He flat out landed on the back side of the triple.
Pretty gnarly.
It was pretty bad. It was so Mike, hope you're feeling better, and he says he is going to be there next week for round 2. Now, with A1 in the books, there were some interesting fantasy stats that we do want to bring to you guys. Christian, what do we got?
We got through crunching the numbers on A1 picks, and some of the ones that stuck out were 25% of people had Cooper Webb in their top 5. Kind of a letdown.
I believe we said
Watch out, he was a spoiler on the edge.
Possibly, but not in the top 5 for sure, right?
Yep. Eli Tomac in more than 60% of users' picks, but in a different order. I think a lot of people picked him higher than where he really finished. So if you're one of those, don't feel bad. A lot of people did. Average score, 45 points. Sometimes we only get 1 or 2 right. We think we're doing bad. When you look at the average of every player, you're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, remember, guys, your 2 lowest scores are going to be counted, thrown away at the end of the year. So if you have a couple bad rounds, or if you get to pick for a round, don't worry about it, because remember, 2 lowest scores are going to get dropped.
Another thing to think about, too, is it's not easy. Out of 54,000 players, we only had 10 get every pick right.
Yeah.
So it's astronomical to get them right. I mean, you're getting 2 or 3 right, stick in there, you're going to be in the rest of the season. So
Yeah, absolutely.
other than that, heading into the need-to-know section of San Diego, round 2. A few things we need to know.
Okay,
Let's hear 'em.
couple stats you guys want to know about San Diego. First and foremost, the king of San Diego is Chad Reed himself. Nobody has more wins. He has 6 total in San Diego. And congrats to Chad. Last week put him 3rd all-time in the most starts in Supercross with 204. So Chad, thanks for holding it down for us old-timers. Good to see guys at his age still holding it down.
Real Iron Man.
Yeah, and Chad Reed last year, don't forget, guys, last year Chad Reed finished 2nd at San Diego, and then 3rd round he finished 2nd again. So if you are maybe considering some of your weekly spoilers, Chad Reed's definitely one that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. And last year there were 2 rounds in San Diego. Now, Ryan Dungey won them both, and he led 39 out of 40 laps.
That's what sticks out to me. If you're leading 39 out of 40 laps in a stadium, I mean, you got to be in the conversation to win again. So
Absolutely, and we're going to talk about that because we know that just about everybody's going to have Dungey and Roxon probably in 1 and 2. But the big question is, and we are going to talk about that more in here in just a bit, is which rider or which one of those 2 do we think is going to be on the top step of the podium? So we'll talk about that. Anderson, let's see. Anderson was top 5 both times last year. He was 4th and 5th in both San Diego rounds.
And Seeley.
Cole Seeley finished 2nd and 3rd in the San Diego round. So Cole Seeley, another guy that is a very good top 5 candidate for that. So the question is, are those guys going to be in the top 5 again this year? Dungey, I'm absolutely sure of it. But we have some interesting stats that we're going to point out that it might sway you as far as who you're going to pick for this upcoming round. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is what we call the points battle. Okay, this is where we're going to talk about riders who we feel are going to be in the championship hunt, top 5 candidates. What do we got for you?
The first one that really sticks out to me, and it's easy to put Roczen and Dungey in your first, second, even top 5 spots.
Yeah.
But who do you put in first? I mean, that's the debate I have within myself right now. I can't really 100% go either way. Roczen really stands out to me. I mean, he won by 13, 14 seconds.
14 seconds.
Nobody was even on his level last round. So, but he's never done as good in the second round as he's done in A1 in the 450 class.
True.
So that's one thing I think about with him, where Dungey has always done as good, if not better, in the second round. So
Dungey can only win. So going by what we've seen in the past with Dungey, he can only win.
He can't
get anywhere. He can go second or first. He can only win to improve, right?
Yeah. So it really comes down to what matters more to you, that Dungey led 39 out of 40 laps in San Diego last year and won them both, or that Roczen was just on fire last round, and that is going to carry over.
What are you feeling about it?
I'm debating it still, but right now, if I had to just lock down my picks, I'm going to go with Roczen. I mean, it's most current. Last week was like a shot in the mouth to anybody. I mean, he came out blazing. I mean, you can't even argue that. So if I have to put it down, I'm going to put Roczen first. Dungey's going to be second no matter what. I know Musquin's going to get thrown in there also, and he should. After round 1, qualifying first, being on the podium. Yeah. The only thing with Musquin is I couldn't ever see myself putting him above Dungey right now, just from how Dungey caught up to him. Took him a little battle.
Yeah, passed him fairly easy,
and
it was done.
Gone, yeah. So that's my only advice with Dungey, Musquin, and Roczen.
Okay.
But another one that sticks out to me is Jason Anderson. What do you got on him?
Well, Anderson came from 10th off the start to 4th place.
Huge.
So, huge. So no other rider finished around 10th or 11th and charged that hard. You know, some other hard chargers were Blake Baggett, who actually went down around lap 2, came from dead last up to 14th. But Jason Anderson was passing some of the top guys, and no other riders were doing that. And so I was blown away. He was absolutely on the gas. So if Anderson gets a top 3 start, I don't see him not finishing on the box.
No. I could see him maybe getting up there and winning. Yeah.
It's hard to put him on the box because you just don't know exactly where his starts might be. But if you're comparing maybe Anderson to Seeley, because Seeley, you know, he got 2nd and 3rd last year in the San Diegos. So we know he's a top 5 contender, absolutely. But I think Anderson he has that mentality that is, get out of my way.
Yeah.
You're in my way. And we saw him pass Seeley again, and Seeley has to just be so tired of this. How many times I have seen Cole Seeley get passed by Jason Anderson. Yeah. And so if you're debating between Anderson and Seeley, my pick, I go with Anderson without a doubt, because Seeley started and finished pretty much around the same spot. Made, 1 or 2 passes?
Yeah.
And Anderson charges way up there.
That's who I like to look at, is there's riders that make moves forward and then other ones who fall back.
Yeah.
And you want to depend on more of the riders that can make passes.
Unless
forward.
Anderson crashes, he's going forward more than he goes back. Seeley's kind of maybe the other way. He'll start good, but he might fade back a few spots. Now, a big one that I'm very curious about is Mr. Tomac and Marvin Musquin.
Yeah.
Because Tomac, he started out 3rd, moved up to 2nd quick, and everyone's thinking, this is it. This is going to be an epic battle for 1st in Anaheim 1. Tomac said he gets arm pump about halfway through, falls back to 5th. Whereas Musquin started in 2nd.
He only went back 1 spot.
Went back 1 spot.
The only one that can
held
pass
his own. So, I don't know. What do you think about Tomac? Because, again, 2 riders are going to be in just about everybody's top 5. Do you think Tomac fixes the arm pump issue?
I don't see it getting fixed in 1 week. I'm kind of worried about him. It was like lap 10. And it's not like he was one of the ones we were high up on with the new time system. His stamina's there. And he faded back. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but he faded back. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of lose stock in him at this point.
Okay.
I just don't see him fixing it in 1 week.
Still a top 5 guy?
Still a top 5 guy, yeah. I don't know how much. I don't even know if I'd put him on the podium at this point. So.
Okay, and I'll agree with you on that. And until Tomac proves to me that I know he has the speed, but it's like, dude, you got to put together for a full 20-minute main, and then I'll have maybe a little bit more confidence in you. So we'll see how that goes. Now,
Musquin.
What
are your thoughts?
Dude's at all-time confidence high. I think he is 3rd place for him, Anaheim 1. Obviously, way better than last year's result.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what, 19th last year?
14th.
14th at day 1. So, absolutely, I think he's on a roll. I think he has a little bit of work to do to have the speed of Roczen and Dungey, especially Roczen. But definitely do not count him out. If you like Musquin for your top 5, I think it's a rock solid pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely I would put at this point, as far as confidence wise, yeah, I think Musquin would be a good bet to go over Tomac.
I'm the same way. I was kind of down on him last week. He's proved me completely wrong. He's there. He has the speed. He qualified first.
Yeah.
I mean, and then to come out and stay in, second, third place the entire race, he's there.
The dude's on rails. All right, so the next topic we have is weekly spoilers. And this is huge. This is a stat that I'm going to hit you guys with that you want to pay attention to. In the history of Supercross, there's only been 3 times when the top 5 finishers from round 1 were the same top 5 in round 2. That means that if you pick the same guys to finish top 5 this week, you have a very good chance that you are not going to be correct. So, with weekly spoilers, what are they, Christian?
I got 3 riders that I thought of, more bounce back type riders from last week. Reed, Baggett, and Webb I'm throwing in there. Kind of had worse results than we thought initially. So
yeah.
Reed, going into this round, it's his race. Kind of had a tough break last round. Collided with Pike, water pump out, looked pissed on the side.
So he's got some redemption.
I see him coming out with some fire this week. With Baggett, we saw how he was flying. I mean, in the
Lashed on a Tomac.
heats, right behind Tomac the entire time. Got a great start in the main.
3rd qualifier.
Yeah.
Qualified 3rd. A lot of people don't know that.
He was in there. He got a good start. He could have really made some noise but crashed out in the main.
Okay.
Made up a lot of spots from dead last to like 14th or so.
Okay.
So, and another one is Webb. I mean, 25% of people picked him. People out there got faith in him. I don't know if you do or not, but
I don't yet.
we'll see what he does. I mean, I hope he does well. We're hoping he gets rid of his jitters.
So you have him as a possible spoiler. I'd probably have him better as more of a wild card pick this week, which we're going to get into next, right?
That's right.
All right. So wild card this week is 11th place. Remember, guys, wild cards are crucial. You got to get a few of these right throughout the year if you want to make up some serious points. Wild card, I've got Jake Weimer. Jake Weimer finished 11th last week. He was 10th to 12th in that slot 6 times last year. I'm picking Jake Weimer as my wild card. Christian, who you got?
The one that really kind of stuck out to me was Josh Grant. I mean, you look at the results from him from all night, he was all around 11th place. I mean, I think he qualified 13th, or qualified 11th, started 11th, finished 9th. So he's right in there. I don't see him getting too far off of that. Another one that stuck out to me was Pike. I mean, he placed 11th 3 times last year.
Yeah.
So he's in there, and Bogle should definitely be on your radar around there. Finished 12th at day 1, so he's in the range.
Weimer, Bogle, Pike, and Grant. Those are 4 of our wild card suggestions. So there you go. You guys got 4 that statistically are going to be right around that 11th place position, round 2 coming up. All right. What time is it?
That's lock 'em in time.
It is time to lock them in. We're going to lock it down. Christian, who are your top 5 picks for round 2 San Diego?
I think this one was tougher than round 1, but I'll hit you with them. I got Roxon winning again, Dungey, 2nd place, Anderson in 3rd. I just don't see him getting that bad of a start this week. Reed, hard charging to 4th.
Okay, so that's your spoiler. You got Reed and spoiler?
He's going to come out on fire.
Okay.
Tomac, I mean, he didn't fall back too much. I'm hoping he puts the arm pump situation together and gets into 5th this week.
Puts it at bay. All right.
And my wild card's probably going to be Josh Grant.
Okay.
So, who do you got?
I got Roxon, Dungey, Anderson, Tomac, and Musquin. I'm telling you right now, because everyone's probably going to be like, wait a minute, you just told us this stat. I'm going to bet against the odds. I'm going to put all my money on red. I want to see it a 4th time. I want to see the same top 5 guys go out and finish in the top 5 again in round 2.
Musquin in 5th.
Musquin in 5th. Okay. Yep, I believe Tomac's going to have a little bit of redemption after I saw how hard Anderson charged.
Yeah.
I don't see him any worse than 3rd place. I think he's going to kill it. So, those are my top 5. Again, going against the grain, but that's who I got. But remember, guys, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on RMFantasySX, or at RMFantasySX on Instagram. Remember, subscribe to us on YouTube. That will keep you up to date. You'll see these episodes week in and week out. And on Saturdays, we are posting live timing stats for the riders in practice, see how they're qualifying. So if you guys aren't in front of your TV, you can always see how things are going to see if you do need to make some adjustments for your picks before the night show begins. Now, as always, we got some rock solid prizes for 1st through 10th place this week.
Big prizes
We got
again.
Bell Moto 9 Carbon Flex helmet. Again, shout out to Bell for doing that. 2 sets of Pirelli MX32 Scorpion tires. I said 2 sets.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's second place. What else we got up there?
Stellar MX is bringing in a custom military kit for military night in San Diego with some casual wear. And then other great prizes from TCX, the Cherubies, Pro
Scott.
Honda,
Yeah,
OD,
more Prospect goggles.
or ODI and Carb Sport coming in. So
Yeah, so
lots of
again,
good stuff.
yeah, rock solid prizes, guys, for 1st through 10th place. So make sure you check those out on the website at RMFantasySX.com. Now remember, we would love to hear guys' thoughts, comments, and reactions to what we talked about today. You might disagree or agree with us on our picks, so make sure you comment below, get the conversation started. We want to know what you guys are thinking. I'm Chase.
I'm Christian.
We'll see you next time.